Really what it's doing is just to put a footprint around it. We took a look at your users. You have, we estimate 30 megawatts of users and so much heating and cooling, and that could form a district. And we sort of drawing the geography around it. And then going to the city and say, okay, these are the next steps beyond that.
Please go ahead. You mentioned Ridge Hill. We talked about that. An entity like Ridge Hill, does that need municipal involvement, or could you go to the developer yourself?
Developer on his own, we could clearly go to a developer on his own.
Why don't you?
Okay.
Certainly got my permission.
All right. We don't be on board.
But you gotta hurry before it's too late.
Not only Ridge Hill, but you have Quest County Shopping Center and Yonkers Raceway, sort of all in that corridor.
But the fact that Ridge Hill is being built,
right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, but similarly, so will Cross County.
That's right. That's right.
One thing also is if they do approach them, how do we know that they're actually going to allow them to conduct this assessment and to buy into the program and to implement the program? I mean, what can you do on the city side to enable you to conduct a citywide assessment and then target the areas and then maybe the city can facilitate you going down to the waterfront where the projects are, or down in my area, or wherever they may be?
It's been very helpful for me, for instance, in the city of Stamford, the city of Ansonia, the city of Bridgeport, where I've had the different mayors on board in the city administration to be able to then go to businesses and talk about this as obviously not technically a city program, but something that the city is involved with and that wants to encourage development of renewable energy resources downtown. So, I mean, that would be the way that the city was at least on board that they were going to pledge their own buildings as part of maybe looking at this plan and then going to the other developments to do that. That's been very helpful for us because, it does take a lot of work to, even though we have the ordinance, for instance, in the city of Stamford, it was, again, having to go to the individual businesses. Now, going to a large development is obviously much more beneficial because at least I'm getting one larger piece of plot of land to go into a bunch of smaller, but we still need,
I think with the introduction and imprimatur of the city council would be the right way for us to approach them.
Okay, so maybe that's it, because we have to wrap up, but maybe the council can do some sort of letter introducing you, maybe with Yonkers Business Week coming up, there might be an opportunity to do a panel or something like that, but again, give you the blessing going forward. Talk to the two bids. You should probably sit through the TIF discussion we're going to have, the TIF district with the real estate committee. Talk to those developers because they're out there. Fellas out there.
And as a matter of fact, Michael and I will be on the panel Friday afternoon at the Green Council talking to municipality executives who will come down.
Before we wrap that up, can we maybe draft a resolution requesting from 7 members of the city council for the administration to look into allowing them to conduct this study and hopefully at no cost?
Yes, that would be what we do.
And if
yes,
you could get us a sample of the Stamford ordinance?
We can get you a sample of the Stamford ordinance. It fits the state law, so it'll be a little different. What we have been doing for most municipalities in Connecticut, we have a very initial assessment letter, which, like for instance, Middletown just authorized me, I guess, a week or two ago to do an initial assessment there. Very simple letter. It was drafted by a board member, city commissioner, to just as a resolution that they would engage Tornado Energy at no cost to go and do an initial assessment of the city to see if it makes sense in the district. And we're going to do that in 60 days about. We're going to come back to them and sort of show them the geography and sort of quantify what we think the size could be, the number of uses are there, and then what the next step would be. And that's really then a simple way to say, okay, now can we go off? Then it's more like, for Connecticut, we had to pass a very city ordinance, very specifically targeted the creation of energy improvement districts like a bid. And then that allowed us to use municipal financing for bonding plus private equity, plus the ability to distribute power in the district, which is a little bit different than maybe we do here. But again, it was the first step in order to organize, government, municipal businesses in a collective group in order to see about doing the larger district that would benefit everybody, rather than many people going off on their own and trying to do things not in a correct fashion.
Okay, along those lines, I'll be happy to draft the legislation so it comes out of EVP. I hope that will have unanimous consent as soon as everyone watches to the council.
But I'll get you information from Stanford.
I'll get the information from them. So, sounds very good.
Matched or patterned over the identical pattern or interface with the TIF district. I think that this should really possibly be started with TIF financing. I think it should be matched because the purpose of the TIF is to help with major infrastructure.
That's why I told them to stay for the meeting.
It should really be. I feel that the TIF. I've always felt that the amount for the TIF should be raised for the. It's a higher cost for these kinds of improvements.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you.
Councilor McDowell.
Can I request also on the areas in which we have to implement the program, can you give us the demographics of where these plants are placed as relationship to that,
Right, as far as the plans being placed, I'll have to give you other examples of the cities that have,
and the demographics?
and the demographics, yes. The city of Stamford, Bridgeport, and Sumter.